Hello, I'm Patrick Reames with ComTech Advisory. Welcome back to our latest episode of Conversations with Leaders in CTRM Technology. Today we're visiting with Mr. George Olney, President of iRely, a U.S.-based provider of CM and CTRM software to the global commodity markets. George, thanks for being here.
Patrick, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Let's just go ahead and jump into it. I've been aware of iRely for more than a decade, but overall you guys have been a pretty quiet company over that time. So there may be many in the marketplace that aren't really familiar with iRely and the products and the markets that you service. Can you give us some background on the company and those products and markets?
Patrick, people might not have heard of us, but we've been around for about 15 years and we're starting to make a splash in the market with some big customers. Our CTRM software goes beyond what most people think of CTRM. We've extended its function into quality, traceability, sustainability, logistics and supply chain, accounting. So we're actually a full commodity management solution. And our software is designed for complex business processes and making those simple through automation and collaboration with our customers. So our customers run their businesses faster and smarter once they've implemented our product. Right now, we're focused on soft commodities, working with companies that are focused in cotton, food and beverage, cocoa, sugar, and we have a comprehensive CTRM solution.
Okay. I know you guys also have some products that cover off the petroleum and petroleum products and grain space. Can you give us some background on those products and what they do?
Absolutely. Our ag and petrol solutions utilize the same technology and platform that our CTRM does. So we can leverage that technology investment against multiple markets. In grain, we focus on origination and trading as well. And grain has been an area of focus for about 20 years for us. Our systems manage agronomy, grain storage, retail, feed and seed, and a lot of our ag customers are also in petroleum markets as well. So from planting to harvest, we help grain companies manage the inbound process, storage process, risk management, all the way to financials. And on the petrol side, we help the downstream distributors manage a wide variety of businesses such as, wholesale fuel distribution, convenience store and retail management, fleet fueling, lubricants, with the same breadth and depth that we offer in CTRM, all under one native platform.
Your i21 product is clearly a functionally rich and broad product, servicing CM and CTRM capabilities. If you look at that product or you look at the services, the support you provide, what ultimately differentiates i21 and iRely from your competition?
There's a couple of things that differentiate us, and one of them first is our ownership, and we're in this for the long haul. So we've had customers for over 40 years, which is hard for me even to fathom being in the tech company. And our new platform will take those existing customers for another 20. So when customers buy our product, they're making a long-term decision to stay with us for many decades. And our customers buy an asset they'll have for a long time. So for us, the consistent ownership is critical in building long-term positive outcomes in the software market. Just one success at a time, one customer at a time is big. Mm-hmm. Prior to coming to iRely, I had a position with a company that was owned by private equity, and we never talked about the customer in the boardroom. Here, the customers are the main topic of this discussion and ensuring there's customer success. So that's one big thing. And second is our history and how we built the product, right? I don't know if everyone understands what we've done, but our software has been created by a commodity company that processed coffee, tea, spices. So we built iRely to manage commodities. So our product and our knowledge runs deep in that industry. We didn't just study commodity management. We were operators. We lived it. We did those operational functions our whole life. And we approach each new market the same way. As we take on an industry, we dive deep. We hire experts from that industry. And when we figure out the complexities, we internalize them. And we find out the unique challenges of each industry. And we help those people solve their problems. Our software is also developed for comprehensive commodity management. For example, like we have built-in accounting. Many of our customers use SAP or Oracle for accounting, but the fact that our CTRM was built with its own accounting means that our system generates the information required for accounting at the right level of granularity. And our system captures the full cost of every trade, and that data automatically shared with the ERP system of choice. So, from the respect that all the way from the ownership to the way we've written the product makes us unique in the market, I believe.
Speaking of that market, if we look back over 2020, it's clearly been a difficult year. The pandemic has upset everything. I mean, sales funnels have been interrupted. Projects that were in progress have been shut down. We're hearing that from multiple vendors in the marketplace. If we look at iRely, has it been a similar pattern for you guys over 2020? And are you seeing the uptick that we're seeing in the marketplace?
Actually, for us, because our product's been coming strong to market, it was a great year for us. We closed 2 of our largest deals ever in CTRM, and 2021 looks to be even stronger for us. So as we come to market, we're seeing a lot of traction and a lot of interest in our product, and we're seeing significant number of people that want to automate during this time. So, again, we've built a product that's here to stay, and people are looking to upgrade their tech now. So, we're in a great position to move us forward. And I think that's how we've kind of skirted around the issues that have been caused for a lot of people in 2020.
Yeah. If you mentioned automation, and I think that's one thing that we're seeing a theme coming out of 2020 as people are looking to automate to become a little more to be able to adapt more quickly to the changes like we saw in 2020, should those occur again. Looking back over the past year and talking to your clients, there have been a lot of changes, remote working, trying to, again, automate some of the processes to rely less on that human interaction with the software. Do you see any of those changes that have occurred over the last year resulting in some permanent process changes or business changes going forward? Or do you see it going back to business as usual as it was in 2019?
Well, what a crazy year, right? First we had COVID, then we had that Suez Canal incident, and commodity supply chains, which are now very global. Companies are aware of the risks involved in securing goods and understanding where they are at any point in the supply chain. So, that's become a top priority, automating that information, understanding where those shipments are, where the goods are, and how that disrupts the supply chain is critical. Many of the companies that we're talking to want to automate as much as possible, and they don't see that as unique to the work at home. So, to reduce both errors and time, they're creating systems that will help them react quickly. And I think the need for speed has accelerated because the world has changed in what seems like the blink of an eye. No one can afford to take their time. There's a push to do more with less, to simplify processes, and that fits into what we're doing for people. And people are trying to work faster and smarter. And there's also been a push to this digitization, and it's key. Many of us, or most of us, transitioned to a work at home situation last year. Every business learned the value of digital connections, and that continues to grow over the years. So, digital document management, collaboration with supply chain, that's going to continue to grow because now every business is prepared for the next change in the world, right? And another piece that's been important, understanding where their goods come from and traceability. A lot of our customers have looked for real-time and fast access to traceability from farm to fork to ensure that goods are safe, sustainability. I mean, all these things are coming, and customers are continuing to react. And I don't think we're going to see a fallback to the positions that we took in 2019. I think we're going to see continued speed and change.
Yeah, no, and great answer. I absolutely agree with you. I think that the marketplace can't afford to not learn the lessons that 2020 has afforded us. So I absolutely agree with you. George, I'm afraid that's all the time we've got for today, but I very much appreciate you joining us remotely. It's been great catching up with you, and I look forward to doing this again sometime.
Good to talk to you as well.
Thanks so much. So that's it for us with this latest episode of Conversations with Leaders in CTRM Technology. For additional videos like this or for our podcast, CTRM Radio, you can visit the ctrmcenter.com website or our corporate website at comtechadvisory.com. Thanks so much.